Hey guys! In this video I wanted to give you a quick update. I have been absent from YouTube for a while, so I wanted to explain why. Let's see, so today let's talk about why I've been off YouTube. Hint, I'm sick. So we'll talk about that. We will talk about our future plans. Are we leaving Mexico? Are we moving to Japan? Are we moving back to the United States? This is always a question that I get. And we will talk about crime in Guanajuato. There's a lot of stuff going on and things are changing. So let me give you a quick update on that to the best of my ability. I've got a cup of green tea here. Gracie just jumped up right next to the camera, so hopefully she'll leave that alone. And yeah, this is I'm out of bed. That's something. Okay, so I have been in Japan. I took Harper to hi kitty. I took Harper to Tokyo for I love you, Gracie, but I took Harper to Tokyo, Japan for 2 weeks to see the cherry blossoms. It was amazing. However, I got horribly sick while I was there. If you are following me on Instagram, then you already know this story. There's cat hair flying around. If you aren't following me on Instagram, find me over there. It's at Erin is Traveling. And that's where I can keep you more up to date on the real-time stuff. So while I was in Japan, I got horribly sick and was sick for a solid week. I lost a week out of 2. Basically, I was there for a few days. I got sick for a week. I got well for a few days. I came home. The travel home was very difficult, but we made it. We got here safe and sound. And then I dealt with jet lag for a little bit and thought, wow, this jet lag is extremely bad compared to all other jet lags that I've had. Come to find out, well, it wasn't just jet lag. So now I have been sick with something. I don't know what's going on. The doctor doesn't know what's going on. I'm going through a bunch of tests to figure that out, and hopefully by next week I'll have more information. If you've had mono, that's kind of what this feels like. I just don't want to get out of bed for anything. It's very glamorous and exciting, as you can imagine. Being sick in a foreign country sucks. It really sucks. I think it's the worst part of this whole thing. It's the worst part of living abroad is being sick, traveling abroad. And there are a lot of people who are just like troopers when it comes to being sick. But when I'm sick, I just want to be somewhere comfortable with my mom making me chicken soup. And so every time I get sick, I just want to run away and run back home. Cat. I'm just gonna let her do her thing. There's that. That's no fun. 20,000 subs. Guys, what the heck? I'm so excited, but have been completely unable to fully celebrate the milestone because I've been so darn sick. But yeah, 20,000, that's ridiculous. When I hit 10,000 last year, I think late November, early December, I couldn't believe it. When I had started documenting our Mexico journey, I thought, you know what, if I can make $100 a month at this, then this is going to be a hobby that's worth the time. I will be so pleased with that. And then at some point I started thinking, man, if I got to 10,000 subscribers, that would blow my mind. And now we're at 20? What? I appreciate you guys so much more than I can even say. I really enjoy the fact that on this channel we get to have really difficult conversations often. I love that you share your stories with me. I love hearing your stories. And yeah, I just love getting to connect with you as much as I can. I've been totally off YouTube because I'm ill, and I do miss interacting with you. I don't miss the trolls, so I'm sorry if the comment section, if anything disastrously bad is happening on there. I just haven't had the energy to look. I am constantly a mixture of amused and infuriated at the things that people will say online, especially about Mexico. It's like, okay, you have obviously never been here. But yeah, the majority of you are beautiful, inspiring, freaking intelligent people and human beings, and I just love you so much. So yay to 20,000. I have no idea where this thing is going, but I'm really happy with where it's at. If I could just get well enough to freaking edit videos again. She's like, I don't know if you can see her, but she's like taking her afternoon bath here right behind me in them. This is Gracie. She is 14 years old this year. She's the baby of the family. Oliver is 16 this year. So whenever anybody asks us, are you leaving Mexico? I kind of just, I'm like, guys, we have a dog and 2 cats here now. Like, my desire to move these animals to another country is so low. I cannot even tell you. You may remember getting the cats here was fine. Getting the luggage here was such an enormous pain in the butt. And I can't even imagine, like, how do you move a dog the size of PETA? Yeah, I mean, if we had to do it, we could do it, but it's not something that is on the top of my to-do list right now. That being said, there has been a huge increase in criminal activity in the state of Guanajuato, and it has, over the past year, been largely confined to other cities. However, it is now here in the city. It is affecting San Miguel de Allende. It's affecting Guanajuato City. The violence has, by and large, been contained to the cartels. So it's cartel against cartel. That does not minimize the impact it has on its victims. However, I don't at this point think that you as a visitor, if you are coming here on vacation, I don't think that you will probably notice anything. I don't notice anything unless I'm staying up on the news. However, I do find it important to keep up with the news. So Jesse and I try to be as informed about what's going on as possible. Okay, the thing that I've noticed about when people talk about Mexico is that there can be 2 extremes. And a lot of expats get one extreme from the people back home, which is like, oh my gosh, Mexico is so dangerous. Are you safe? Are you going to be beheaded in the streets? Like, what? Oh my gosh, like, how can you live in Mexico, this lawless country? That is not true. However, sometimes expats can swing so hard the other way that we and I see this a lot on expat forums, that sometimes when people do share news about crime, people can get very twitchy about it. And I think probably because we're responding to, concerned family and friends, and also the trolls who are just trying to provoke people by saying ridiculous things about Mexico online. However, Jesse and I both feel it's really important to find the middle ground. If we felt we were unsafe here, we wouldn't be here. We would not have Harper here if we felt we were truly at risk, more than we would be at risk anywhere else. However, there are precautions you have to take when you live in Mexico. This is not Disney World, okay? The cartels are not going out of their way to target tourists and expats. However, this is a complex situation. Things change fast, so we are really monitoring things right now very closely. The murder rate in Guanajuato City is off the charts. Mom, I know you're watching this. If you have questions, you can text me. We are okay. But yeah, we are definitely keeping an eye on this. If things had been the way they are right now, a year ago, it would have knocked Guanajuato off the list for us. So we take that very seriously. We've got a young child. We don't feel that we are at risk in terms of being targets. However, we don't want to be caught up in anything. Right now, I don't think our risk of being caught up in anything is any higher than our risk of being caught up in something bad in the United States. Obviously, you can see how worried Gracie is. I'm not going to go into specifics and details because by the time I post this, in a week, it's going to be a different story. So as you are doing your research, look for local news and make sure whatever you're reading, if you are considering Guanajuato City, make sure that whatever you're reading is talking about Guanajuato City, because when the news story is put up, it will often say Guanajuato at the beginning, and you're reading about some horrific thing, and turns out it's in Salamanca, it's in Celaya, or somewhere else. So it's easy to confuse the city of Guanajuato and the state of Guanajuato. They are two different things. However, the stuff that's going on in the state is now starting to affect the city, and it does have people nervous. Not so much for what is going on, but what I've been told is just that this is so unprecedented. This is uncharted territory, so we don't know where it's going. All right, that's really vague, I know. The point of this is just to say you have to be realistic about where you are and where you want to go. And Gracie, this is totally undermining the seriousness. You do realize that I'm talking about something serious, and you are like, yeah, it's a serious topic. You don't care, do you? Basically, we have no immediate plans to leave Mexico. We are on high alert because we are very cautious people. Yeah, and the only thing on my to-do list right now is get over whatever the heck this illness is, so I can get back to my life. I do miss it. As soon as I can edit again, there is a video I shot before I left for Tokyo about comparing San Miguel and Guanajuato. And then I will have Tokyo footage for you. I'm so excited to start working with that footage because the cherry blossoms were so beautiful. It was an amazing trip, except for the amount of time that I spent lying on the floor wanting to die. Oh my gosh. Jessie has promised we can go to Puerto Vallarta for my birthday in May. I'm super excited for that. And at some point in the summer, we gotta figure out where we are living. So that will be coming up. I'm also really hoping to go visit a friend in Rome this summer. So fingers crossed that all of this will be sorted and I can do that. And that's about it. When you see us traveling to other places, it doesn't mean we're going to move there. It just means that I have an issue with staying still. And as long as I'm healthy, I can't stay very long off of the travel apps and checking for flights and dreaming up where I want to go to next. Mexico is home right now. Is it home forever? I don't even know what forever means right now. There's stuff going on. Yes. Am I panicked? Am I freaked out? Nope. Am I watching and staying informed? Yep. Yeah, that's about it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for 20,000. Here's to the next however many. And I am going to go back to bed. Bye.